Mina Genki desu. Welcome back. We are once again going to pick some prompts out of the Drawfalong book. I tagged a couple of ideas here that I thought would be good to record on video. Some stuff it's like, oh, you need to have a friend with you, and I don't have any friends. And stuff like fill in the blanks that I don't want to do that by myself. So they're tagged, and we're just gonna kind of pick one at random. And I'm closing my eyes. I'm not looking. This one. Okay, this is the one I picked. This is the page that we're going to be working on today. Either draw your final form or draw as many hamsters as you can. I think something like this should be timed, because I don't want to spend like a whole video just drawing hamsters. So, let me grab my cellular. Okay, sorry, I had some background music going on, and it just like stopped. Alright, so we're gonna start with some hams. Ready? Here we go. Alright, so we begin. I don't remember the last time I've ever drawn a hamster. I think, looking back, it was probably the last time I've ever watched Hamtaro, back when it was like in the Saturday morning lineup of Toonami, which was ages ago. So I'm gonna switch my pen here just because it's not working the way I want it to, so we're using one of those, what's the word? Not fabric pens, but it's got like the soft nib. You can see the drawings a lot better this way. So as you can see, it's already been about 4.5 minutes, and I've only drawn 4 little hamsters. I'm already in panic mode over something that was supposed to be so simple. Here I am trying different styles. I don't know how to draw a Bishoujo hamster. Maybe I'll practice. So I originally wanted to actually draw a hamster inside the hamster ball running around, but then I remembered that hamster balls are actually really bad for your hamsters. They're hard to see through, they get disoriented, and sometimes their little feet will get stuck in the air slips. So don't put your hamsters in hamster balls, kids. It's actually a very bad thing for them. You can probably see that now I'm like just beginning to panic here, as I'm already running out of ideas with only 1.5 minutes left to go. I seriously don't know what to do. And this hamster, this thing, I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and apologize in advance for her. She's an abomination. And with 20 seconds left to go, my last 2 brain cells just came up with this. Enjoy. No, wait, hold on. Okay, I got it. Done. Alright. 8 minutes. Maybe I should have done 10, but I didn't. I thought that would be a little too much. I'm gonna keep the sticker here because I do have. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go like this. So it is the final form that I'm probably not gonna do today. We'll do a different page. Okay. So there's my. Here are my hamsters. I was able to draw, what, 12? Wait, hold on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. I could draw 15 in 8 minutes, which is... what, 2 hamsters a minute? Not even? That's... Wow, I'm out of practice, for real, for real. Alright, okay, so this one is more recent here. These aren't all that great. Okay. Draw 2 teen witches hanging out. Okay. I can do that for sure, for sure. Let's move the sticky back further down. Because I think that's the problem, is like I put the sticky too high. Alright, so 2 teen witches. 2 teen witches hanging out. So let me think. So when I think of teens hanging out, I think of secluded places like the parks or a playground or a parking lot, just places that they're loitering, that they're not really supposed to be at. And then when you throw in the occult, like witches, it shifts pretty much automatically for me to go right into like a forest or a wooded area. So when I thought, okay, where would 2 teen witches hang out? Of course, they're gonna hang out in the woods. So this sketch that you see is not gonna last. The idea of them sitting together on like in front of like a fire or on these wood logs was very straight in my mind. I couldn't see them though. It took a while for me to figure out how I wanted to get these witches drawn. So ultimately, as you can see, I just started completely over, following Drawfee's mantra, delete your art. And I decided to go for something a little more simple. I'm much better at like 3/4 view characters. I'm not really all that great with drawing people, which is why I decided to tag this page just to see if I can get this done. I guess the concept of this piece really was just typical girls hanging out and talking about dumb shit, as, you know, typical teenagers do. So you have this witch on the left side of the page just being adorable and kind of just like talking about things that she loves, her favorite things, and then her friend on the other side, who is the, I don't know if the straight man is the right term for this, but her friend's just always gonna be sitting there listening to her babble on. But in like the happiest way, in the most supportive way. In thinking about how to show that these aren't just everyday witches, but are actually teen witches, I wanted to go the high school route, like the private school style of uniform. So these are like teen witches at a private, very exclusive school, I guess. I think of the two, the witch on the right side is my favorite, not just in terms of style and the way I drew her, but more in like, well, no, I guess exactly in the style and the way I drew her. It's because the attitude is so common. Like, a lot of girls would probably pick this girl on the right and be like, oh yeah, she's definitely my favorite. She's just like ready to bust down life and destroy the status quo. But I just like the way I drew her face compared to the girl on the left, because the poor girl on the left does not look good. I definitely need to practice my proportions, which is partially why I brought this book, so I guess I'm using it for its intended purpose. Don't look too close at that emblem. There's nothing there. It's just like a black cat doing the screechy thing, you know, where they have their hackles up. Looking back at my high school years, I've got to say that I'm pretty sure I've known both of these girls. The uplifting, constantly happy one who's always looking on the bright side of things, and then the more, I don't want to say down to earth, but I don't want to say, I was about to say senile, that's definitely not the word, but the more serious, like realistic, I guess, girl, who is always hanging out with the happy peppy girl. I've known both of them. Actually, I've known two girls who were just like this and they were dating. So I don't know, maybe there was in some subconscious inspiration from there too. I honestly can't help but feel I rushed this one a little bit. I feel like if I took a little more time... Ugh, I'm sorry about my head. I feel like if I took a little more time, it would have come out so much better. But I didn't want to take forever drawing one piece of art here, especially compared to the hamsters who were done pretty quickly. Watching this back in edit mode, I'm a little upset with what I did. The girl on the left, I feel so bad for her because she just does not look the way that she had in my mind. Like everything from her face to her hair to her hat, it just... I feel bad because it does not look good. And then looking at this now, I don't know if it's because I have my book at an angle, but there's some serious page lean going on. So you can tell that I really need some practice. The girl on the right gives me some serious Jane Lane vibes. What was her name? Andrea? She reminds me of Andrea a little bit. If you know those characters, I'll probably pop them up on the screen here, but yeah, that's where, that's the vibe that she's bringing me. I am very much a big fan of the opposites attract type of imagery. Like whether it be in a romance setting or a best friend setting or even a sibling setting, I really like this type of dynamic. And here I am erasing, just hoping that I don't smudge anything. Luckily this eraser's pretty good and the pen's dry pretty quickly. Now you can see just the absolute disappointment. Oh my gosh, this looks terrible. Oh no. Oh, I am very upset with myself. Oh gosh. Like, I can see every single mistake, and like the proportions are not right, and I just feel like I should have deleted this one. So for the coloring, I wanted to stick with the light highlights, just to kind of, I don't know, I was a little bit scared of the bleed that this has with some of my heavier markers. And I believe my Tombow markers I started using here, they worked pretty well. But I think I was still just like a little bit concerned about the bleed. I don't think the Tombow markers bled at all, but I still just kind of wanted to be on the safe side, because like bleed in paper is one of my least favorite things in the world. I feel like I want to revisit these two and just like fix them up a bit. I think if I wasn't so ambitious with the position of the girl, the witch on the left, it probably would have been better. And I think I made a mistake here somehow. Yeah, like I smudged and decided to just smudge more. They're spores. Just pretend they're spores. And that'll do it. Okay, there we go. I think this one is officially done. So let's get one more page out of this book today, and we'll call it a night. What's this one? This yellow one, which is this one, right? Wait, I already did. No. Okay. Draw your favorite musician as merfolk. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. My favorite musician. Okay, so anybody who knows me knows that my favorite musician of all time is the samurai guitarist himself, Miyavi. I've been a fan of his for a really long time. Like, I could tell you the very first song I heard from him, the very first music video that I saw back when YouTube was still kind of a new thing, and when I was just discovering like rock bands from all over the world. Miyavi for me was someone really special in a way that I can't really describe. Like, I imagine that when people like start to idolize actors or other musicians, that this has to be it. But I've never been a fan of a musician or a group or an actor or a voice actor or an artist or an author the way I am with Miyabi. He's someone that he's the person that when I grew up, he's who I wanted to be. So the interesting thing about that I feel about how I viewed Miyabi was it definitely was a form of, oh, like, I'm definitely in love with this guy, but not in like the, oh, I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna find him, I'm gonna marry him and have 1,000 babies with him or anything like that. It was very much of, this is I want to be this person. It's a different kind of love that I had, that I still really have for him, a love and admiration. It's like falling in love with the moon, you know? Like, it's not something that you're gonna romanticize in, for lack of a better term, I apologize, not in a sexual way or in like a couple's way, but more of a, like, this is the thing that I hope I will always see and I hope will always be in my life. So I ended up talking a little bit too much about like my personal feelings for this musician and less about the art, so I apologize. I'm gonna get to that right now. I was seriously struggling with how I wanted to create this picture. I wasn't sure if, oh, do I want to do like realism? Do I want to go like the chibi route? And I started the chibi route and it looked really bad, and I tried the realism route and I couldn't do it justice. So what I did was I grabbed the photos and prints that I owned, either with, that I, you know, took pictures either with Miyabi or that I just had here. I think I even have like a Snapchat of me and him. I might have deleted it though. But I just brought them all together, and in each one that I had, he was just looking at the camera as you do, with just like a very simple smile. And I loved that image, because it seemed really serene. So that's the look I went for. And the base that he has there is actually a giant clam with like a little octopus as the strings, and I'm really proud of that. The way this Chibi Miyabi is drawn, the way his hair is especially, is actually how I've always drawn him. Like, since the high school, if I wanted to draw like a chibi-fied version of Miyabi, he looks pretty much exactly like this, give or take a couple of things. So in regards to his tattoos, I decided to kind of just stick with what I know. And his tattoos, he's got a whole bunch of them now. They all look a little bit different. But I kind of just went from memory, so a lot of his tattoos are like his older his older stuff and stuff that I was comfortable drawing and writing. Because a lot of like, take for example, like his Buddhist tattoo on his back, I would probably never be able to properly write that one up. So I decided to keep it just simple. I didn't do all of them. I just did the ones that I thought that I remembered for sure. Like, I had to kind of double check which were the MYV and the 382 on which hand, because I couldn't remember, and I knew I absolutely could not get that wrong. So even if I did think that I knew, I had to double check, and I don't remember if I was right or wrong. I went with Poscas here, and I don't really like how this came out. This particular day of Drawfee coloring wasn't my best, but it did kind of make me think, make me realize that, you know what, I could use some more practice, and that's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I'm definitely going to keep doing this for as long as I want, even if nobody else watches it. That's okay, because I really want to improve. And yeah, that's gonna be a goal. I'm gonna improve. I'm gonna use this book as a means of improvement, and I hope you guys stick with me as I figure out editing art stuff and figure out how to actually draw art stuff. I think I kept saying that there was like a nostalgic feel to the picture, and I think it might be because this is... It doesn't really matter. All that matters is I finished the prompt. And that means that we are done for the day. It was tricky. But I like being able to get back into the groove of like drawing and stuff. I feel like I haven't been doing that long time. It's like sitting down and having like a drawing session without being interrupted by work or people or pets or, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, this was great. Just so you know up there. He's underwater. I kind of like the minimalist coloring I've been doing too. I think that's kind of neat. Well, there he is. They're sure to make a splash. Well, Nathan, they've already done it. So we got our witches, Miyavi, and our hamsters. I might come back to this one and see if I can draw more, like maybe with a different color marker, just to see, okay, how many more can I draw? Until this thing is full of hamsters. That's my plan. So again, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Remember, you are loved, you are appreciated, and I'm so happy that you're here on this earth drawing with me. So until next time, my dudes, nothing young.